Alright, this is going to be very simple and straight to the point. You just have to pay close attention and watch very carefully. This is a video, you can always replay it. If you missed any part of it, you can always replay the video. Okay, now let me show you how you can submit your TMA without paying anyone a farthing. In National Open University, you can always submit your assignment without spending money, extra money, You just need a good internet connection. It's very necessary. Then, it's normal in every educational system, except in some research at some level of your education, the answers to the questions being asked are usually contained in the course materials, in the textbooks. The answers are usually there. It may not be directly there, but it is somehow in that course material. So let me show you how to find out the answers to your questions. Like this person, some courses has been answered. That's why I've seen 67%. That's 4 out of 10 has been submitted. So if we go down, this one has not been submitted. Part 122 has not been submitted. It's a 3-unit course. So we open it. Then we'll see. It's the portal at this point is not that speedy. So we open it, we wait, we open it, we see some questions. Well, I'm not going to cut this off from the video because students experience this during TMAs. if anybody in the federal government or national university is watching, the person should do something at the upper level. Should do something about this. It happens. So when it displays this error 520, you refresh it. You see 522 different errors. In this case, I will choose to refresh. I may even close the tab, go back and reopen it. I usually hold Control key to open it on a different tab. Then I'll wait. Let me pause the video so that when it opens, I'll get back to this so that the video will not be so long. No luck. I'm doing this at the time that our server is not, so many students are online doing the same assignment for their different courses. So that's why I'm facing this challenge. It's not always like this, but coming to an end, we have like 3 days left. That's why it's crowded right now. So this is almost 6 a.m. so many are awake already and are fighting their way through. They want to submit their. So while it's loading, let me show you the fastest way to download your course material. You can do it directly from here. It has been included. Look at it. You go straight in front of the course. You see download. So when you open that, you should see the textbook or the soft copy of the course. Okay, so it has opened. You see, yes, congratulations, that's opened finally. So assuming you don't have the course material here, there's another way you can download it. You can go to the official portal. When you open it, you just type the course code PAD 122, PAD 122, search in this search box. Here it is. It opens like this. Any of those links leads you to the PDF file. Look at it here. You just click it again and there it is to open. So that's the fastest way to download any course material. You don't need to go to the links that we usually share. So here it is. We go. Here's the question. It says, the process of organizational analysis to determine whether there are deficiencies of skills, reconciliation of present and future needs through scientific forecasting of labor market supply and demand matrix are known as dash. So you have to open the options. If you come here, there are 4 options. You may not know which one it is. So how do you find the answer to this? Let me show you. It's very easy. Here it says the process of this is to determine. So let's say we pick a part of this to determine whether there are deficiencies of skills. Let's pick this part. Ignore the comma. Here there's a comma here. I may not need to include it because in the course material the comma may not be there. The words might be changed, but I wanted to find any place in the course material where they wrote this determine whether there are deficiencies of skill. I may even choose only deficiencies of skill. Let's do it separately. Determine whether, let's pick this one. We're trying to find which of these will align with this. We'll go to, okay, the first course material downloaded from the portal. We'll search, Ctrl F, press Ctrl F to open, then you paste. Look at it. To go down immediately and pick, look at this. That's number 2 here. It says manpower. Manpower planning involves a number of essential and basic processes of organizational analysis. You can see how it's not exactly, but you can see that the whole paragraph here is talking about man planning, and that's where our search led us to. Organizational analysis to determine whether there are deficiencies of skill. Even though the comma is here, in this case here, it's not always there. Just showing you how it's done. You can use your phone to do the same thing. There's always a search button, something like a mirror on your phone. You can use a lens you can use to search for keywords. You copy some keywords, basic keywords, and search for it. That's what I just did here, and here's the answer. I don't know if you are seeing it very well. Maybe I should zoom it. Here, you can see. This is inside the course material. If you go to the second course material that was downloaded from the official website, you still get the same answer. Look at it. To scroll to the answer immediately, as fast as possible. Look at it. We are here. Once you type the answer and search, it will take you there. This is page 10 of 67. You can see the page here. Page 10 of 67. That's where it found the answer. Manpower planning. So we submit it. You just pick manpower planning and submit. It may not, remember, the network server is not so speedy. It may not submit. It may just tell you go back. Bring one error or the other. In that case, all you have to do is just go back. When you come back here, you pick the same answer until it submits successfully. That's it. Then you go to the next question. I will also show you another way. This is just basically one way to do it. Any course at all you have. Even in some maths, you might find the answers, but not always. Look at that. We've got an error here. So we'll close this. We'll go back. Pad 122. Reopen it. So we'll continue doing it until we submit that question. It's not always like this, I repeat. When TMAs are uploaded in early, at first time, it's always fast. But towards the end, many people, they don't submit until there are a few days left. And that's when they become serious. That's why you're witnessing, experiencing situations like this. It's not always like this. So I'm gonna pause a little for the question to come up. Yeah, it's here already. So before I finish pausing, the manpower planning is here. You can also click this option again to keep rearranging these options. If you click the manpower planning, submit. Let's see again. It took this long actually because I'm explaining things. Don't always think that one question will take you 10 minutes to submit. No, it doesn't. It's just that we don't have the answers already at hand. in the past, the questions are usually shown to everybody. You pick the questions, you solve them, and come back online and start submitting. But these days, other questions are hidden until you answer one. You must answer this one before you see the next question. So that's how this one is designed. It's not previously it wasn't like this. Okay, maybe while it's trying to submit this one, let me show you the second option I wanted to tell you. That one involves money, because a student must have solved it and decides to sell it to you, because you didn't want to take the risk of losing one mark or so. Someone else took the risk, maybe scored 10 over 10 or whatever, and decides to sell it to other students. Some people will misuse the opportunity anyway. They will look at that. Look at that. We got it. It says you scored 1 mark for question 1, and for now you have a total of 1 mark, so 1 out of 1. So if you say continue to bring up a second question, that's it. Now, someone, as I was saying, someone have solved it. Look at the answer. Look at it here. Someone took his time or her time to take the risk and his or her data to submit the assignments in maybe correctly 10 over 10 or so, and decides to sell it to other students. Some people will misuse the opportunity and post the answers somewhere on the internet. Another person will go and copy it and start selling. You give it out free, but someone else will make 1,000 from it, even 1 million, 500,000 in some cases, even 1 million, depends. So, such is life. You give it out free, fine. If you want, you sell it. So we have a second question here, but first let's check out the first question. In this place we have one question. This is not our question. This was not the first question. This was not the first. Okay, here. The process of organizational analysis to determine whether there are deficiencies of skills. You remember the question? If you make, let's say, yeah, here we have it. I open all of them, you can read it in full and see that it's the same question. And here, someone has answered it already, that the answer is manpower planning. Probably using the same course material. Okay, let's go back and see if this person is completely right here. Then this second question should not be stressful. If you come and says the process of determining the core activities engaged in by workers. So let's look for the you can search for it here too. You can just copy word to word, copy this, search for it in this text document anywhere, or just scroll, use your eyes and find it. Here we have found it. It says the answer is job partnership, but there are other options. So in this case we'll find job partnership. Here, job partnership, submit. We no longer need the course material in this case. We're using someone else's, someone has done it already for us, so we've paid for it, we'll buy it, then we'll use it to submit. So this is another way you can do it. So let's wait and see if the answer is correct. Now we're trusting this guy. It's not easy to trust someone like that, but you can trust it, buy it, and try it. If you fail one, then you can switch to your course material. Oh yes, that's how it works in National University. Face this. So we'll go back part 1 to 2. Let me pause this video because it's getting too long. So we're back. Our answer remains job partnership. Job partnership. Submit. Okay, in some of them may not have the time to include the invalid options. You just remove it and give you only job partnership. So whenever you meet this kind of question, you know that the answer there is job partnership. Some of them will remove even the question and give you only answers, but that one is not recommended because there might be 2 different questions that have the same answers, or or vice versa, and there might be confusion in some way. So it's not, I don't recommend people